Good morning, folks. Making Christmas bread. Thought I'd capture a little bit of video for those in the need. This is 2 cups of raisins. I prepped this ahead of time so I don't get confused later because my brain is small. I use these kind of raisins because Costco. Yep. And I don't like those weird pale brown raisins that they're disgusting. I don't even know what those are. You got to go dark or go home. That's what Heather always says. These are cherries. I think no one knows what these really are. They come in a container like this, and only at this time of year in every grocery store in North America. And I don't even look at the ingredients. I think they're made of rutabagas and a lot of weird chemicals that are probably not supposed to be in foods. You can get them plain red, plain green, and or a mix. I'm using the ones that have been in my cupboard for 13 years because really there's no expiry date. These things will outlive cockroaches. These are some green ones I got from my mom. Yeah, don't read that. And you could, if you like, some people in their Christmas bread, they do the peel thing. Here's citrus peel that I also stole from my mom's cupboard. I was gonna use this, but I'm kind of afraid of that, and I'm not a huge peel fan. So there you go. I'm just gonna go straight up cherries and raisins. I know that's not the purest method. In here, I'm scalding milk in the microwave. What? I know, this is not okay. You're supposed to scald milk in a pot on the stove until it's, scalded, which scientifically means, I don't know, you can see steam coming off of it. I warm mine up to about, yeah, pretty warm. I could put a thermometer in there, but I just use 𝓼𝓻𝓲𝓼. So what you want to do, I'm using this magnetron in this machine. I'm putting 2.45 times 10 to the 9 hertz electromagnetic radiation through the milk for 240 seconds. That's 122 millimeter wavelength if you're going that route, and you're going to probably want 240 to 242 seconds of that level of radiation. Of course, this is a standard 1500 watt dispenser. That scalded milk then goes right in here. Watch. In here I have butter and cardamom and sugar and salt. And I followed sort of the recipe that my mom gave me many years ago, except over the years the cardamom level just keeps going up. I'm pushing the envelope trying to see if there's actually a maximum amount of cardamom. According to Norman, the answer is always more. And I kind of agree. Well, that's kind of noisy, so I'm gonna pause the video for a second. What I'm doing here is just melting the butter in the hot milk, and then I'm gonna add the yeast, which is softening right here. So this is quick yeast. It's not instant. It's 2.5 tablespoons of yeast in a half a cup of warm water with 2 teaspoons of salt. So, or sorry, 2 teaspoons of sugar. Don't use salt in here. The salt's in here. 2 teaspoons of salt in here, not here. The yeast likes sugar better, it turns out. So that'll get really fat while this is melting, and I'll join you again in a second. After a few seconds of stirring with the dough hook, I know that the dough hook is not meant for this, but it just helps move the milk around. You can see the butter is almost melted. The butter was just at counter temperature, room temperature in this house, about 20 Celsius. I'm using unsalted butter because that's what I had opened. But there is 2 teaspoons of salt in here. So, and a pound of salted butter only has a couple of grams more salt than unsalted. It's not actually that salty. So this should be fine. It'll taste good, I think. And so once this has melted in the next video, you'll see the raisins and the cherries are going into this mix. Gross. That soup looks disgusting, but it's going to turn into something beautiful. So the butter is just about all melted here now. It's good enough. And I've thrown in the raisins. It's 2 cups and 1 cup of cherries, holding off on the peel. Sorry family, I know, I'm not a traditionalist. And oh, by the way, using a KitchenAid, definitely not cool. If my family found out about this, I would be disowned. I'm gonna switch to kneading by hand in a bit, but this will help get the flour incorporated. Look at this bad boy right here. Here's the yeast after softening. So it's gonna go in next. This is a beautiful thing. Whoops, sorry, missed the shot there. And oh, yeah, we'll use a rubber spatula slash finger, get the rest of that out, and incorporate that in here. And then next I'm gonna be adding the flour 1 cup at a time. Okay, it's flour time now. I'm using the 1970s style orange Tupperware. Man, I hope they still make these things. They're awesome. Holly, can I have the 1/2 cup measure back, please? Yeah, thanks. Anyways, flour. Oh yeah, I use this. I have been using this flour this year because that's what we're making sourdough out of. Big White, not named after the mountain. I think it's, I believe, it's got more gluten. So this is their bread flour. This is the Rogers, the big bag of Rogers bread flour. So it's called strong flour. In other words, more gluten. And it's been working great for sourdough. I've made 6 loaves of this Christmas bread with this so far, and reviews are good. So I'm gonna try and get 10 level, 10 level cups in here. It gets a little hard after 8, especially doing it by hand. This is where the KitchenAid is really nice. It's kind of noisy, so I'll skip to once I've got like 8 cups in there, and I'll show you what it looks like. Just to show you the struggle with all 10 cups in there. Definitely coming together as a dough now. You know, it's pulling away from the sides, which is great. This is the KitchenAid Professional 5, I think, which means 5 levels below anything that's good. So it's just got the little nub here. But listen to this bad boy. Oh yeah, come on. There you go. So when I start to smell smoke coming out of here, and this is like, I put it away and hope that it turns on again the next time. Anyways, now it's gonna come out on the cutting board. I'm gonna knead it for a few minutes, and then it's gonna go into proofing mode. Normally what I would do is proof in the oven. I would turn this bad boy on to 175 until it reached that, and then I'd just turn it off and just put it in the oven at 175. This thing's been on baking cookies today. Oh, those were last night. Wow, these were today. And so I can't proof it in the oven. It's too hot in there, so I'm just gonna leave it on top. And it's pretty warm in here today anyways. So the KitchenAid, definitely not necessary. I made this bread for 20 years without it. And my mom's made this bread for 50 years without it. 60 years? I don't know. I can't even do the math anymore. 70 years? Good Lord, it might be 70 years. I don't even understand. I don't know when my mom got this recipe. I will ask her. I will find out. But it's, yeah, oh, it's been more than 60, I think. As it's certainly been around my whole life. And it's changed a bit over the time. My mom actually told me to microwave the milk and not worry about fully bringing it to a scalding. I just get it pretty hot, you know, hot on the finger. I definitely think less flour has happened over time. Chris was saying she only uses about 8 cups. I feel like that would be pretty good. It's pretty hard to get 10 in. I think the cardamom was originally 2 teaspoons or something, and now I'm putting 2 tablespoons. I think Norman's putting 3 cups of cardamom in, but I don't know, it's pretty awesome. All right, so this is you can't tell, but this is, I'm probably not even getting this in the frame, but this feels like it rebounds nicely. it's elastic, like when you pull it, it stretches and then rebounds back. And it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be really nice. So I'm gonna put this in a bowl and cover it with a towel. Normally I'd put it in the just slightly warm, like 175 Fahrenheit. That's not very warm at all, but it's kind of nice for the bread. And yeah, this is just going to be sitting here in the sunshine in a bowl. It might take a little longer. In the oven, I've been proofing it for 45 minutes. 45 minutes, you know, in a warm oven, covered, and it definitely doubles. If you leave it an hour, it's going to go more than double. It's going to be 2.5, 3 times the volume. Then you might not get as good of a second rise. Oh, nice and sunny here for rising the bread. Also some helpful equations here. You know, if Eva or Erica ever want to get into making Christmas bread. No offense to the others, but I don't even understand this stuff. You got to be some sort of giant nerd. So, oh yeah, the bread's under here. Ta-da! See you in an hour or less. There they are, risen up about 45 minutes to get to there, maybe 50. It could go a little higher, but I think they'll elevate a little bit more when I put them in the oven. Oh yeah, see you in 35 minutes at 350.